Hello everybody, welcome back to stream. You may have noticed about an hour ago I did a stream on Skyrim just because there was a lot going on. And yeah. Anywho, so I do have 2 active mods. I can disable the money and XP, but that one, well no, this one's gonna take priority, and then this one I'm just gonna drag. This one I'm just gonna doop. Okay, cool. Confirm changes and cancel. Shit. Okay, load game. And basically, I'm just going to, yep. Because this was all done on the mod with the super money and XP. Now, that is something that you can get on the Steam Workshop if you have American Truck Simulator. Now, it doesn't really give you super money. Super XP, I can vouch for. You just saw my career level. So, yeah. I had 2 fully upgraded garages, one in Idaho and one in New Mexico. I started in, no, I think it was Phoenix, Arizona, my bad. One in Idaho and one in Arizona. But we are going to, yes, please. Continue. That's fine. I don't give a damn. We are going to continue career. Omaha Skyline, Nebraska DLC. Hey! So there is one thing that I want to get, and that's all of the map expansion DLCs. Upcoming content, Louisiana, Illinois, South Dakota, Missouri. I think that's Missouri. Because that's Michigan. No, that's Michigan. That's Wisconsin. Yeah, that should be Missouri. They're also doing Iowa. I do not have Nebraska or Kansas. These are because of the Coast to Coast mod. Yeah, these are lit up because of the Coast to Coast mod. Even though it doesn't go all the way to the coast. I can just barely see Maryland past West Virginia. I'm in PA now though. And I can just see, hey, Ohio. And then New York is right up there. And that's about as far as you can go. Of course, you can always see Florida. No matter where you're at, you can always see Florida. Where are my flapjacks? They seem to be in Colorado Springs. Now, the Super Money and XP, Super Money just keeps you at $9 million, and it continues to level you up non-stop. So, yeah, that's about it. Now you may notice that I am playing on my PC with an Xbox controller. So let me just turn up the master volume because that is a little quiet on my end. It is a little too quiet. Little too quiet indeed. Audio. Now, normally I would be... Let's see how... That could have been very bad. looks like I'm in an 18 speed Mac, anniversary edition with a 70-inch camper, or a 70-inch sleeper. Sorry. The lights on the dash just help me see better. It helps me see the dash better. Now, I am playing with traffic violations on, just because, you know, it's not really a good game without the traffic violations on. What am I doing? I'm turning right. Right on red is completely legal in the US. The only time it's not legal is if there's a sign that says no turn on red. Or no right turn on red. Or left turn only. Now, on controller, I basically made it... I can actually show you my controls. Keys and buttons. So, for my up and down shift, shift up is right bumper, shift down is left bumper. Shift to neutral. Really? Huh. Okay, that's cool. So this has me delivering to where? Where am I going, good sir? Oh, Denver. Okay. That's not bad. Denver. That is a turn that you should be able to take at about 20 miles an hour. Listen, motherfucker, you're gonna wait for me. Let's just downshift to get power here, because I shifted way too early for that. I may only be going in the 40s, but god damn it if I'm not American. And y'all might say that I butchered that song. I have to, otherwise I'm getting a copyright strike. Now this game does start you off in a Mac, which is kind of unfair to those that don't like Mac. Me, I'm pretty much a Mac purist. Pretty much. I'll drive a Peterbilt, but the truck that I prefer is a Mac. And I'm not asking for a brand deal, but hey, Mac or Peterbilt, if y'all want to sponsor me, I would never be opposed. Anywho. Now, the easiest way that I've found to go about this Okay, so it looks like 55 is just the beginning of 15th gear, or just the end of 14th. Probably the end of 14th. Yeah. red on red is legal, but for tractor trailers, it's always safer to wait until the light is green. Mainly because they have to take those wide turns, so it's safest for them to wait until the light coming from that direction is green. And yes, you can stick your head out the window, which I found very interesting the first time I played. So yeah, now you will find the occasional, like, ballsy motherfucker that will drive his truck. Like, in real life, you will occasionally find that ballsy motherfucker that will drive his truck out in the middle of traffic, giving no fucks. Now, for this, it's best not to go above 4th gear, because you're literally just crawling here. You're just crawling to this next stop. Neutral so it doesn't start to run off. You could keep it in first. A lot of people choose to put it in first. But neutral also keeps it from stalling out. Now, some of y'all might look at this speedometer and go, well, why do you always change when the RPM says 21? 21, anywhere from 21 to 20. And, well, that's because... that's the optimal time to actually sit there and go, yeah, I should shift. I could say where do you need it, but I know that I can't do that. Not the direction I needed to go. Now, what I just did was called jackknifing. For those of you that don't know trucking terminology, jackknifing is when you literally put the truck and trailer perpendicular to one another at a 90-degree angle. Now, I only got paid the $1,300 because, well, the damage. And that took $96 from me. But, as you can see, it only took $96, so I still made $18.99. $18.99, not bad. More than what was projected. Now, this is my headquarters. It's a basic garage. I can buy and sell trucks. Where is coming out of Colorado Springs? Delivering what? Frozen fruit. 23 tons. Holy hell! Yeah, I'll do it. Why not? Now, because I am a new driver, it's not really going to be. Oh my goodness. I'm hauling 2 trailers? Oh lord. This is a completely different truck. I feel like this is the 7 gear. It feels like the 7 gear. I could be very well be wrong. It might be a 12 speed. Must yield to the traffic in the circle. Again, no room for me knob shifting after 5th gear if you're going such a short distance. Now, if you're in an 18-speed Mack truck, there is a point. Now, I need to make much wider turns than I normally do, because 2 trailers. Now, depending on depending on the amount of gears you have for your truck, you have new mail. Email. Used trucks for sale. Certified retailer of Mack trucks. Really? God, I miss the wing mirrors because they virtually eliminate the blind spot. The mirrors on the hood. I miss the hood wing mirrors. Or the hood side mirrors because they virtually eliminate the blind spot, and that's what I love about them. I love that they eliminate the blind spot that you have to the side of the truck. Right? Like try to, the brake line just didn't hold up, and brake fluids everywhere on the road from where they were coming from. And, you know, I really like that. I like that realism. And, sorry, I'm on my phone while driving. I should not be on my phone. I should have my license revoked. from me downshifting. I downshifted like a madman to gain power over my load, to gain power over my hull again. God, it feels like I'm talking about my significant other, but I'm not, I promise. I may only be able to go 7 miles an hour with this, first gear, but... There's one thing I give truckers, they have a mad, crazy ability. They have a mad, crazy ability to be able to stop before they hit something. Are you just backing into me at this point? Like, y'all saw that, right? That motherfucker backed into me. Okay, well, I'm not getting through that light. I already knew I wasn't gonna get through that light. Yes, I put the parking brake on, sue me. How long do I have? I've got 6 hours to deliver this, and driving takes an hour. They give you a good amount of time to deliver things in time. But in this game, you don't stop to eat, you don't stop to... you don't really stop in this game. The most you'll stop to do is get gas. And to sleep. And that's if you have the fatigue setting off. grandfather, he used to actually drive trucks, which is where my love of trucks came from. Because he actually used to go out and do it with my grandmother when they were both, you know, younger. And when I say younger, I use younger loosely because my grandfather's passed since, you know, since he's told me the stories. And here we are. Alright. Now, you do have to pay for gas. Woo, I'm a newbie. At level 5, I'll get enthusiast. I will get hazardous cargo. And then I'm gonna do long distance, high value. Yeah. What's that? Flammable or explosive? I think that's explosive. You get explosive before flammable? I feel like you should get flammable, then work your way up to explosive. From explosive, you go to corrosive, so on and so forth. Ah, yes, that's right. I've got $8,000. Let's see if we can buy a used truck. No! And the price just keeps going. So we need at least $86,000. Okay. Quick job. From Denver, Colorado to Laramie, Wyoming. Hey, listen. What kind of truck is that? And we're delivering a transformer. In a truck that, if painted correctly, is Optimus Prime. Hey, listen, it's in Denver, so I can just walk over at this point. Oh, that's right. It's an oversized load. Or at least the truck has an oversized load thing on it. It feels like we're driving an 18 speed, 505 horsepower motor. Trailer for that little transformer. That big ass trailer for this little ass transformer. You know what? that you asked. So you're just gonna take that wide-ass turn like a semi-truck would. You have new mail. Why is it only ever when I'm driving? Daily installment. Yeah, because I mean, I'm working on a multi-thousand-dollar job now, so my bank balance doesn't really matter at this very moment in time. And it says the daily installment is 1814, and I can make that twice a day if I'm lucky. While I'm here, I'm just gonna clear all the notifications on my phone in real life just to say I did. Sure. See, that's why you take care with larger loads like this one. I just got lucky that this light was green. oversized load coming, and they just don't move. It's either they don't move, or they don't wait, or they don't back up so you can get there. I hate the people like that. Because it's like, are you trying to get hit? Or are you just dumb? I know I sound country, but I'm gonna be totally honest and totally transparent. How long do I have? 8 hours? I got double the amount of time that it's gonna take me. So we're going to Laramie? Jesus. What was it? There were 2 shows. Cheyenne. Shout out to anybody from Cheyenne. If you know the town Cheyenne from out west, or the western town Cheyenne, let me know which state, because I definitely forgot. I know it's one of the Rocky states. I know it's one of the states where the Rocky Mountain Range is in. But you're letting you over. You don't have a choice in the matter. 45? Are you serious? Oh shit, I got it now, don't I? Truck dealers. Mack Truck in Colorado Springs. Uh-huh. So I'm gonna have to visit that dealer on a job. Going to Colorado Springs. Okay. some of y'all might recognize them diamonds. They're from the what lane? Do I have enough time to sleep? 5 hours? Not really. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be sitting here knocking down your bill just because I clicked the Paris for Mac. No, I'm not gonna knock any truck that I haven't driven. Right? And I haven't really driven trucks other than like that dump truck my grandfather brought onto the property. And it drove real nice. It was a manual, it was an 18-speed. And I asked him, hey, why doesn't it go any faster? He was like, you're stuck in first gear. You gotta shift into second. And second's only gonna bring you up 1 mile an hour. Well, he didn't say that. He said second's only gonna bring you up a little bit. So you're gonna have to go into second just to go right into third. I was like, okay, how do I do that? He said that third pedal, far left. For Americans, it's the far left. For those in England, it's the far right. Now, if you're in neutral, you hit the clutch. Push down the clutch slowly. Not too fast. Not in a race car. You don't need to go fast. I told you I was streaming! Hold on, let me pause my stream. Okay. Alright guys, I will be right back with another stream. Well, probably not tonight, but I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, because of you!